I'm not as drunk as you think I am. I don't know when my phone recording is an issue unless you have an issue.
That would piss me off.
And I was trying to make a joke about my Indian friends.
What? Karen goes absolutely ballistic after she assaults 3 flight attendants.
On September 12th, 2023, officers were called to the airport in regards to a highly intoxicated woman who was acting belligerent that got kicked off the flight.
Break it up! Hey, go back!
You're 100%. That man said, get his ass beat. Great. I'm standing over here. I want you to go deal with that man saying, get my ass beat. Go, then deal with that him. Great, go. Deal with him.
Dude, phone out. Phone out.
So you can go stand over here.
Anybody approaching this situation would probably instantly think she's the problem, but let's see what happens.
I can go amazing. Come on, tell me. Stay.
We're gonna walk out.
Go where?
Okay. We're not going anywhere.
Oh, okay, she's the problem. It's her, officer.
Sit down.
Officer.
You actually don't. I'm not insulting anyone.
Officer, it's her. She's the bad guy. She's totally the bad guy. Get her.
I'm not doing anything. No. I'm not doing anything.
No.
I'm not doing anything. Take it. Take it.
Sit down. What is going on? I heard you from all the way down there. Did she assault somebody?
When I ran up, she was in the corner. She had her camera in the face.
Did she get kicked off the
They were all
plane?
grouped together.
Where's your driver's license ID?
Hey, look, some of y'all bored at the airport, huh? I know that feeling when you got a flight coming up, a vacation, or maybe you've seen your family, you don't want to go. You don't want to miss your flight, so you get to the airport 4 hours early, and then what is there to do? You're like, well, let me have a drink. Listen, maybe have a beer. Maybe skip the wine. Maybe skip the liquor. You know, if you're planning on having 2 or 3 or more, maybe slow it down a little bit. 5 drinks at an airport is just not necessary. In fact, as somebody that likes to drink, 5 drinks just really is almost never necessary. That's like a self-control thing. If you're trying to drink and like have fun and not driving and not on planes bothering people, having 3 drinks, like that's it. Like 2 or 3 drinks, you'll feel it, you're fine. I really very rarely see a point in going to like that many drinks and just doing it in an airport. Like, man, you're asking for it, bro.
What's your driver's license
Who
ID?
said pink?
Charles Day, we got one detained cuffs.
Where's your
5 is ridiculous at the airport.
Listen, the faster you work with us, the faster we can know what's going on. Because right now, it's completely escalated. Okay? Can you give me your name?
Who'd she hit or touch? What happened?
Those 3.
Who did she hit?
How's it going? Yeah, everyone okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, I don't get paid enough for this.
Hey, this video is sponsored by Factor, but really quick, can I just say, Bo, remember I told you guys before I wanted to try the Gourmet Plus? I was so excited about it. I was salivating. I thought I had ordered the filet, but I forgot to add it to my order last time. So I still haven't tried the Gourmet Plus. Anyways, you don't want to do dishes this holiday season? Try Factor. Listen, maybe you have a big Christmas dinner to make this week, or maybe you're just staying home for the holidays. Maybe everything's closed. Have a Factor.
Here she is, boys. Here she is.
Open up the fridge and make your life stress-free and calorie smart. Well, that is if you choose the calorie smart options, or, you know, this week I just did the chef's choice because I ain't on no diet. I'm hibernating. It's winter. And look, can I just tell you guys, I've been sponsored by Factor for what, 2-3 years now? Because every time they send me a box of meals, I am happy. The Factor meals are good. Look, the holidays are tough and you gotta eat 3 times a day. So make it easy, try Factor. And as usual, I got a discount for first-time buyers. This week it is 50% off and free shipping on your first box. All you gotta do is go to factor75.com and use the code BOZE50FREE. BOZE50FREE. Or just click the link in the description.
Yeah, everyone okay?
Going to Colombia. Oh, she missed an international flight.
Okay, did she hit or touch or?
She
somebody?
touched me, her, and her.
So what happened?
She got the screen and once I let her down the jet bridge and just cursed. I said, ma'am, we can't do that. Just come up. What for? This is that. So the captain ended up coming up for some paperwork.
Okay.
So as I'm on the phone with her at another gate for the paperwork, I said with the captain, what did you say the captain said? Mind you, the captain sitting right here said, ma'am, you are not getting on my flight.
She chest to chest?
Captain
Chest to chest.
She chest to chest,
Her.
me.
And him.
Okay. And like tried to push?
Yeah.
She slapped. Yeah. She's like tried to slap me.
Did she actually hit anybody? That's what I'm asking.
She did make contact. Contact was made.
With her phone.
Contact was made.
Okay. Who was the contact made with?
Me, her.
She hit all
him.
3 people with her
Kicked
phone?
you off by
him
the
like in
pilot.
the corner.
She said, you're
So
gonna
the
da-da-da.
phone-
And then she's recording, so I'm just standing here being
Recording's not
recorded.
illegal.
And then
But
complete my statement.
But
And
your
then
phone was
she
a
reaches
weapon.
across and swipes me like to hit me with the phone because she starts screaming directly in my face. And I said, you're not going to scream at me. You're going to calm down. This is the very behavior that our captain has denied boarding for. At which point she starts slapping at me with the phone and she hit me here.
shit. Okay. Are you okay?
I'm
Do I
fine.
need to call paramedics?
No.
Okay. So so my next question is, are we wanting to press charges for that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would press charges here. Absolutely. 3 people. You can't just walk around yelling. Actually, 4 people. You can't just be walking around and yelling at everybody like this, delaying the flight.
All her stuff is
Okay.
right there in the phone.
So it's basically, just so you understand, it's a classic assault. It's offensive contact, right? Okay. Absolutely go that route. I'm gonna need a bunch of information from you. As far as that goes,
Yeah, she might be on the
that will
no-fly
be
list.
basically between you
Yeah.
and a judge and her. I think, based on everything I saw, she's probably gonna go for PI. That's the thing. If y'all are okay with just PI, we do that. But if you're wanting to press assault charges, we can go that route.
Dude, Millie said, do not mess with airport workers. They will ruin your day and send you to jail. Yeah, if you acted unruly, they certainly will. Best example of this is, y'all remember that episode of Black Mirror? I won't spoil it too much, but Lacey was having a bad day. And then she ran to that airport agent and was like, don't yell at me.
PI is public assault and intoxication.
Yeah.
Well, that's illegal.
Yeah, no, she'll most likely go with us. So I'm asking, are y'all okay with that, or are we wanting to press assault charges on top of that?
Press assault charges on top of
So what
Yeah.
I'll need. So what did she do to you?
it. As stated, before they came over, she was
Why
doing
do
this
I
to me.
feel like this cop is not on the flight attendant side as much as I would like him to be? It seems like he just don't want to write the report, or he don't want to, like, what? I don't understand. This is kind of odd, kind of weird. Like, you just saw that lady being a piece of shit.
As
What did she
stated,
do to
before
you?
they came over, she was doing
they
this
told
to
you.
me.
She's poking
You're
your
not doing
finger.
that to me.
Okay.
Poking,
Step away.
and
So
then he
after-
minimized it. She poking. Write the report. I don't understand. Like, is this the fucking racial? Like, where are we? This is weird.
Poking
You're
your
not doing
finger.
that to me.
Okay.
Step away.
Yeah.
So after they came, that's when she started using her phone, tapping people.
She just tapped people with
Yeah.
the phone. Okay. Where did she tap you?
Right here.
Right in the chest. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you okay? Do you need paramedics?
No, I don't need
Okay.
Even that, I mean, they're supposed to ask that, but the way that he does, I'm not f***ing with this dude right now. Okay.
Well, no, it was Sonya first because she was.
And you know what? If he, for any reason, is, taking the other lady's side more, or just not taking them very seriously and just not wanting to file the report or anything, we got about 20 minutes left where I think he's about to realize he's in the fucking wrong. And I'm ready to see that. I don't like that.
So what I need a driver's license ready for me. We'll go through the whole thing, just step from step, so I can put it in my report and everything. Okay.
Step from step like it's overwhelmed. Yeah, do your job.
Did the flight get closed, Jess?
And then, ma'am. So, are we gonna add? Are you wanting to press assault charges as well?
Yes.
So what all does that entail?
So basically, because that didn't happen in my presence review, it's basically going to be your word against hers. You'll have to go to court for it.
There's cameras in the, I can see the cameras right here. So next, the camera right there, There's a camera right here. We're in a fucking airport. So pull up the footage, idiot. I've watched like over 100 body cams, and very rarely do I like get this mad at the officer that's investigating or something. Generally, I'm like, oh, this is good work, or I like this, or oh, maybe they're being too nice. I've never been this irritated by his initial investigation. I've never been this irritated before.
I have to talk to the judge about it. However, I mean, I think I'm gonna do a little bit more investigation with her, but it seems like she can go jail on it for PI. Okay, if we're okay with that, just getting her out of here, absolutely good that route. But if you want to press assault charges, that's that. Go and talk to the judge.
No, but I'm fine. I don't want to press.
Yes, ma'am. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay.
Wow, he kind of convinced her out of it.
Totally understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Then yes, ma'am. If I can get your information.
Okay.
Can you tell me your name? Because we need to figure out what's going on.
748.
Because do you understand what it looks like when I get here and you're in the corner with all these people and you have a camera in someone's face? Do you know how that looks?
Oh boy, about to feel real stupid.
You got to give me some answers here. I'm trying to work with you, okay? Yes, I am. I really want to know what's going on.
Go away.
I'm not going anywhere. I
I'm
have
getting
to
mad.
understand
Give me 1 second, guys.
Go away.
I'm not going anywhere. I have to understand what's going on. You don't want to tell me anything?
Nope.
Okay. I'm really just trying to figure out what's happening.
Hey, sorry, Marks.
Okay.
You say there's another attack on the curves or what?
I'm done. This is bullshit.
I don't even know what's going on. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You don't.
Right.
I am not fucking walking my way into this, so you can f*** off. This is not what you think. I have flown for 30 years. I'm a high school graduate, and I worked my way out of the darkest point that anyone could ever imagine. And you can off. I hate this whole place.
I'm thinking like 9 drinks, 8 drinks. See, Royal Carmen said Pink's alcoholic cousin, Fuchsia.
Okay. I'm really just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay.
I've flown with American for 15 years.
Not anymore, Fuchsia. You on the no-fly list.
It's
740
crazy.
stuff in there looks like you're still harassing them, man.
I'm done. I hate this.
I don't know what's going on. That's what
I
I'm trying to
don't
figure
care.
out.
I just don't care. I want to go home.
Okay, where's home?
I was supposed to go to Colombia. I'm going to miss a business trip. This is not good.
Okay, so you live.
But I assure you, I wasn't doing anything to screw any of the f***ing travel agents. They're the best people ever.
Okay.
I don't.
If she really has been flying for 15 or 30 years and had a pretty clean this is just alcohol, and you knew that this happened to you. If people are aggressive when they drink, they know, okay? It means they've had episodes in the past and they chose to ignore them. But her acting innocent here when the other 3 flight attendants said that the captain was initially the one that barred her from flying because she was so out of control. But the thing that gets me is the flight attendant said that she was poking her. No. Don't touch me. Don't do that. That would piss me off. Oh, that would piss me off to no end.
This is so dumb.
Are you traveling by yourself or with someone?
No, I was traveling with you. They're gone. It's fine. I'm done. I literally have never had anything like this happen.
Okay.
This is so dumb. I hate Americans so much. That's been.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't you get on the plane?
I tried to get on the plane. They wouldn't let me on the plane. I tried to get on the plane. And they're going to tell you they wouldn't let me on the plane because the captain wouldn't let me. I will tell you I've flown this airline for 17 years.
Okay.
It's not, and this is, being handcuffed is the most
I love that
dramatic.
she said she hates Americans, but she's been flying American airline for apparently 15 or maybe 17 years or 30.
Whole life, and I just want to go home. Please let me.
Okay, I'm sorry, but we had to do that because when I walked into it,
I
there was
totally
a group
get it.
of-
Please just let me go home.
Okay.
I don't care.
I can't let you go home until I figure out what's going on, but I appreciate you telling me more information because that's really helping me, okay? So it'll be a
I don't
lot.
care. I'm supposed to be in Colombia for a business trip, and I'm actually
I've been flying for 14 years.
Okay.
And I've never had a single encounter, and I don't know how this happened, and I'm so sad, and
Okay.
I'm just, please let me go home.
Okay. Why
I'm
can't
not
we do
as
that?
drunk as you think I am. I am just super traumatized that I am handcuffed.
Okay. How much did you have to drink?
I had 2 drinks,
Okay.
full drinks, very full drinks,
Okay.
but not
2 drinks, very full. I'm gonna start saying that when I have a double.
full drinks, very full drinks,
Okay.
but not any more than I normally drink when I travel.
Okay.
I've done this a million times.
Okay. What kind of drinks were they?
They were vodka tonics,
Okay.
the same things I always have.
Okay.
I swear, I cannot overstate.
Okay.
I'm not innocent, but Jesus.
So do you think they didn't let you on because you were...
No, they didn't let me on because I got on at the wrong time. I got on late. My wrists hurt so bad.
Okay, well,
I'm
we just
usually
gotta put
on
those on,
so
okay?
early, and they were just being.
So it was final boarding, and that's when you were...
And I was
getting
trying to
on?
make a joke about my Indian friends, and they were with me, and they're all Indian.
Girl, listen, you know me. I'm a little gullible. 7 seconds ago, I was thinking for a second, like, well, you know, this says Karen goes ballistic. And I'm like, well, she definitely, it was not f***ing cool in the beginning, but now she's like, you know, I kind of was, the empathy was coming in. And then she said, I just made a joke about my Indian friends. What? So the people of color heard you say something racist to people of color. They probably didn't like you after that.
And they're all.
And that's when you were...
why?
I was trying to make a joke about my Indian
Lyra,
friends,
that's
and they
funny.
were with me, and they're all Indian. And I just think, I just.
So when they didn't let you on, you started recording them? for
I
your
didn't
own
record.
benefit?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
did. I
record
forgot about that.
Something I don't even know where to record. I wasn't trying to record to be an ass. I just.
Do you understand why it escalated to the situation?
No, I don't. Actually, I don't. I actually don't. It doesn't mean that I won't do something different next time, but I don't actually understand.
Okay, would you like me to explain why?
No, I don't. I just want to go home.
Okay, can you tell me what bar you drank those 2 vodka tonics at?
Yes.
Wow, joyful.
The one in this club.
In this terminal here?
Yes.
Okay. Was it a sports bar that served food, or was it a...
I don't know.
Please, please, please go find out how much she drank.
Thinking about.
Okay, did your friends get on this flight or a flight before?
They're already gone.
Okay, were they on this
they
flight
left
with
her.
you?
Yes, they're gone. Good for them.
Okay,
It's not friends, it's coworkers.
co-workers, okay.
Holy shit, can you imagine seeing your coworker that you don't really like that makes racist Indian jokes? Yeah, I'm calling HR.
Did you...
They left her.
It's not friends, it's coworkers.
Co-workers, okay. Did you all walk up together and they just
No!
let you on? Okay,
No.
okay, just trying to...
And even if they did, I would still say no. I'm being super honest.
Okay.
Why would I say, yeah, they totally escorted with me? Like, why would I say that?
I'm trying to figure out why you weren't let on. That's the whole
I'm
thing.
not actually sure either.
Right, okay.
Because you
Honestly,
assaulted
more
the flight
disruptive
attendant.
right now than I've ever been.
Okay, well that's what I'm trying to figure out.
In the misdemeanor from grade.
It's a little bit pointless. My colleagues have left for an entirely different...
Yeah, you also just lost your job for sure.
I'm definitely not completely sober, but I'm not...
I appreciate you being honest about that because it is helping.
I've never been an asshole. Ever.
Being international. If you got more than 2 items, just consolidate. The whole time she just, are you serious? I did it. I'm like, what in the world? But I said, okay, just go. So she scans on, goes to the door.
I want to hear that. What did she say first?
If you got more than 2 items, just consolidate. The whole time she just, are you serious? I did it. I'm like, what in the world? But I said, okay,
Oh, she
just
didn't
go.
want to. You
So
can only have a personal item and then one other bag, so she probably had 3 bags and she's pissed. And it's so easy, dude. All you have to do is like put your bag inside of the other bag and like they don't care, but you have to do that.
Hands on, goes to the door, then she just started yelling. F this, F that. I said, ma'am.
So she walked
Yeah.
down here? Okay.
Ma'am.
And she had already scanned?
Yeah,
in? Okay.
she
okay.
did the biometrics. I said, ma'am, we can't have that language. What's going on?
She had already scanned to get on the plane.
I said, okay, just come out, talk to a manager. So I called for the manager. She called me on the phone and said she'll be down. At that time, the captain comes up because he didn't have all his paperwork for the international. So I called the manager back. I said, hey, the captain needs his paperwork. He only got 2. He needs 3 more. What did you say the captain said? What did you say the captain said? So the captain's standing right there. And she's like, what did your captain say? Mind you, I'm speaking about the captain needs his paperwork. So at that point, the captain talked to her. You're not going on the flight. This is why you're not. Get out of my face. You would not be talking to my flight attendants like that. If you're up here talking like this, you would not be talking to me like that. So at that point, the captain said she's not going at all. So I had to wait for the other supervisors to come. At that time, captain goes down. She's doing what she's doing now. I'm on the phone calling the police, and she's like, I can hear her. Is that her in the background? I said, yes. So she's like, you're going to get this. You're going to get this. Okay. So that's what she's doing.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
When did you start pulling your phone out to record? As soon as they said you could?
I don't know when my phone recording is an issue unless you have an issue. So I don't think my recording and you and I have a conversation.
Are we going hold?
Do you want to let me off and I let you off? We're good.
Otherwise,
My plane has already left.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
Off.
Okay.
Either arrest me now, detain me.
You are detained.
Great.
That's why you're in
Then
cuffs.
give me
So
a
sit
detain.
down.
And then I would like to contact my lawyer.
Okay, you can
Great. Then let's contact my lawyer.
I don't know why. This is one of the few times when somebody on body cam says, call my lawyer. I believe it. I think she got an attorney.
Then
Rare.
let's do
Rare.
that now because I'm done. I am trying to be nice. And now I'm done. So let's call my lawyer.
Okay, we can do that in a
Great. No, now. Now.
Ooh.
I have a lawyer now. No, I have a lawyer now. Do I have a lawyer now?
Do not move.
Do I have a lawyer now?
Do not move.
Do I have a lawyer now? Do I have a legal right to lawyer now?
Uh-oh.
Then
Right now.
do I have a legal lawyer to desire now, or yes or no?
No, you're being detained right now.
I do not have an option to a lawyer right now. You're telling me I do not.
That's correct.
So I do not have an option to a lawyer right now.
You're not under arrest. Not
Then I get to go on my own.
You are being detained.
So I'm being detained. Then I want a lawyer.
Are we good? As far as the PI. Okay. You're under arrest for PI.
Okay, now you're under arrest.
Stand up.
Is this your stuff?
Oh,
What did I do exactly?
You're under arrest for public intoxication.
Girl.
Yeah, I just went to attach it to the vehicle or call for it.
Let's go.
Start yelling.
Stop.
Nope.
No, I have a lawyer. I have an option to get a lawyer.
If you find
I
out,
have an option to get a lawyer.
Yeah, when you get to the station. So let's calmly go to the station at this point. You know, like, what is going what?
when you get to the jail, you can discuss that with them. If you fight us, you get another charge, and you don't get out in 4 hours. Do you understand that? Do you understand? Okay.
Okay.
Piece of shit. Then I'll sit down and I'll not get detained. So now I just get. Great. Then stop, and then I get to call someone now. Get off of my f***ing cuffs.
Now you're gonna put a show on through the whole airport.
Stop.
All right.
Stop.
God, I would love to see this while I'm having a margarita at the bar. Pre-boarding entertainment.
We're charging you with resistance.
I have a recording. Pieces of mediocre shit of your life.
Oh my
You
God.
feel good making 60 grand a year. You f***ing cock, f***ing tiny piece of shit. You feel good f***ing your wife with your f***ing 5-inch dick. You can.
How do I want to address this? What kind of dicks you got in your life? God damn! She said, you 5-inch piece of shit. Isn't that like the standard? Jesus.
Are you done yet?
Yeah.
Stand up.
Okay, stand up.
Yo, they had her smell the floor.
Wheelchair.
Goddamn.
That's fine. She can stay in. She pissed herself?
Oh.
Yep, she did.
Protest. The supreme protest.
No, I didn't.
Yep, I can smell it.
The PI department, the public intoxication airport department, is not very professional. Homeboy came into the investigation like, okay, and what did she do? She hit me. She poked you? Okay, and do you want to press charges? Because I have something to do later tonight. And then they got the woman on the ground. He's like, you pissed. And she's like, no, I didn't. He's like, I can smell it. Holy fuck, dude.
That's probably.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yep, I can smell it.
That's probably your fucking wife's fucking the guy that fucked her before he fucked you. You feel good about yourself? You fucking 6'5'8" fucking dick stack fucking short tiny ass dick. You go home and your girlfriend that because you wear a uniform makes you feel good about yourself? You and your fucking facial hair?
You 5'8", 5-inch man with facial hair. You just described an average man in America. I mean, I would swipe right on this. This sounds fine. Like this. I want to know what her life is like. What kind of booty calls are we making, sister?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I just break all by chance.
I have mine. I just have mine.
I don't want to get urine on my leather pair.
That would be so much worse than the shit that you freak out on your wife on. I want to call my lawyer.
That's fine.
I think it's really weird that most of her insults are sexual. I think that's very strange.
I'll relax.
No.
Gumsy, thanks for the sub.
I'm not fighting you that bad, you pussy.
Yeah, if you can just go get leg restraints, she's fighting us so bad.
Yeah, I'm fighting. Yeah, I'm fighting.
We're gonna have to
I'm
carry it
fighting so hard. You're f***ing pussy of a
Jesus.
Okay.
This is it.
All right.
This is it.
Okay.
I'm calling my lawyer. Give me a person to talk to. I have been within an hour of anybody. I'm an American Executive Platinum person. This is not a normal situation.
She said, I have an Amex Platinum. Please!
How we ended up on the ground.
You know what? How I was acting before is so subjective. I'm not acting much right now, am I? Do not touch my feet. Do not stop. No. Sorry. And also you're a limp.
Stop, lady! Jesus!
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are!
Dude, the PI cops are a trip.
Limp.
Stop, lady! Jesus!
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are!
No, I'm not. I'm
frustrated.
really laying down the way that you want. What's the problem, buddy? Don't you have two people?
What's the problem, buddy?
You
need get the rap.
You are trying to detain
Get the rap.
someone who is unwilling to be detained. How is that fair?
That's what a detainment is. Get the
Yeah,
rap.
we're gonna have to carry it out. There's no way she's sitting in
Spin her up.
Is those tight as they get it?
Yeah, we can get them. What do you want to get covered in?
Dude, I imagine it like Sailor Moon when she transforms and she goes, Moon, prison, power. And she like spins around and the little bands go around her. It's like that, except it's this lady and the rap. Oh my, I mean, she's getting some bands.
What about this right here?
That I don't know.
Can y'all hold her a second?
She's getting some bands.
Get off
These bands will unfortunately not make her dance.
I'm calling up to 1530. You guys want to go through one of the fire exit doors?
Oh my God. I thought you were an Amex Platinum. They're going to cut that card up. They say you can.
I'm calling up to 1530. You guys want to go through one of
Dude.
the fire exit doors?
Awful.
now. God, are you willing to walk now? Yes, I've been willing to walk the whole time.
Yeah. You know what? I hope I keep my little gullibility here. I really do. Because I was just thinking about, damn, I was like, do I really want to show this? I feel like it's really humiliating that they're carrying her through the airport like this. But why are they carrying her through the airport like this? Because she refused to walk. That's why. They did give her quite a few options to just walk. Thank You don't call Ella.
I assure you, I'm not trying to make.
Charles Ford, 42. Did y'all make it to public side yet?
Yeah, we're at the car.
Can we just go to the police people then? No, I would like to go to the police people.
You are with the police people.
No, then I'd like to go to these ones. No!
Stop.
Stop.
You're not helping at all.
We have to search you before we put you in our car. The more you
So I get
resist,
arrested?
you are arrested. You are
You
under
I
are.
haven't done anything wrong.
You're under arrest.
I haven't done anything wrong. No, I haven't done anything. And
God, this one was a roller coaster.
I have it all over my leg. You're fine.
I got it all over my hands.
It's on my pant leg completely.
Yeah, me too.
It's seeped through my leg.
Oh, the
Go.
pee?
You guys can go.
Oh my God.
Well, so she assaulted one of the gate agents, so I gotta get witness statements from them. So she's getting resisting, simple assault, and
Yep.
yeah. You guys happen to have any like spray?
And you guys remember that one lady? That's my piss. I'm pissing on you.
I smell an odor of alcohol on your breath.
no, that's my piss.
That's your piss?
I'm pissing on you.
So
guys happen
this
to
was
have
the
any,
guy
like,
that was
spray,
being
cleaner,
whatever
hand sanitizer?
earlier. Yeah, that's your girl now.
I'm gonna go to the break room.
He put a little on his face.
Oh, thank you.
Kyle, where's that stuff?
He knew, bro. He knew. Wow.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, are they also down
That
there?
was funny.
Yeah. Can I speak to her?
Let's get the statement, sir. Now you've seen the character of this woman. If they would like to press charges, then they should be able to press charges without being convinced out of it or being made to feel like it's a burden if they want to do that.
I'm covered in urine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sprayed it. So.
Well, that's
but,
your girl.
So after everything just happened, okay, so she's not only going for the PI, okay?
Oh, so she touched one of y'all too.
Well, she's going for resisting. Are we
so
okay?
In your experience, would you say me pressing charges would be something, or just let y'all handle it?
With this happening, no, and it's not going to do much more.
Yeah, because now she has this. I get that actually, because with the situation before, she was just going to go and it was up to them to press charges. But now that she has put herself in a situation, this lady and the other flight attendants, if they don't want to deal with the whole pressing charges, they don't necessarily have to, because this lady's still going to go to jail. She's still going to get fined. And yeah, so, okay, I get it. But, that's also because so much happened 20 minutes later, right? Well, 20 minutes of footage.
And I'm not trying to talk you out of it.
No, you're
but
I mean, kind of were earlier.
it'll save you a whole lot of time considering everything that's already happened. So she's going.
So meaning I'll have to get days, or I'll go to court and do it.
Yes,
oh, yeah,
ma'am.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to explain earlier. Like with simple assault, that's
No, he
basically how it is.
wasn't.
Because I mean, it does help that there were witnesses for sure, and it'll help. But you're still gonna have to go to court, and you're still gonna have to argue that your side. She's gonna have to argue her side. It's a whole thing. I'm not talking. Please don't think that.
No.
Because if you change your mind, if you absolutely change your mind, here's my card. You give me a call.
Okay.
We can. That's not my fault.
Yeah, I agree. He's annoying.
That my other employees need to know?
No.
He did not want to be an officer. He said, oh, benefits package is pretty good.
So, I was asking, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm so sorry this happened. It's something,
Well,
for
we're
sure.
glad y'all are here.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So, I'm gonna go take a bath.
We know what
Bro. Resisting arrest, simple assault, public intoxication. Before her friends left, or not her friends, her coworkers, she made a racist joke. If you are in a group of a group of people that are kind of the same ethnicity and you're kind of the odd one out, don't you think it's weird if she's with a group of Indian coworkers and she starts making Indian jokes? Yeah, of course they left her ass.